Alrighty, welcome back, and welcome to the stream. I have with me 2D Moz and Foundress going to be observing for us this game, and we're going to have the team Running with Turtles versus the Virtual Murky Slayers. How you feeling, 2D?
I'm feeling good. It's getting a bit late here, but I'm still awake. So, yeah, running with turtles. I have seen two of their games so far. They have been doing pretty well. Very um, coherent drafts, very straightforward drafts, I might say. But they pull it off. They executed well, and they deserve to be here in the finals.
Yeah, and I'm feeling very similarly about VMS. They definitely deserve to be here. They took out Arrogant Nephilim last game in an awesome matchup on Battlefield of Eternity. They ran a Nazebo comp, and the Nazebo, we kind of struggled with why that was going to happen in the draft, but it ended up working out really well for them. So I'll be curious to see what they do here. Any other things you want to talk about before we hop on into the draft here?
Um, no, not much. I'm thinking the running with turtles. They played it like pretty standard so far. I'm wondering if they will show us something more extraordinary here on Dragonshire, or if they will keep it tight.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to see another Nazebo out of the Virtual Murky Slayers, but it wouldn't be totally out of the ordinary. You can rotate in between mid and bot there to get him stacked up if that's a hero you're really feeling like you're going to depend on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this draft started and see where this grand finals goes.
Let's go.
So yeah,
Oh, I have to start again.
yeah,
Yeah, let's go. I'm leaning back, waiting for it.
yeah. There we go. Dragonshire is going to be the map. Heroes we might see here. Globals, I think, are pretty nifty. You put a Dahaka in the top lane, and he can burrow down to the bottom, give you some kind of gank on the bottom lane. I also like Deckard King, just has the zone control around the shrines. And I have a first ban Asmodan. I think he's very strong right now and worthy of a first ban.
Yeah, you have to get rid of him on Dragonshire. And there's Will Ganas, which is like the second must ban here. And actually, running with turtles, they had the first pick before the two games I cursed it, and they banned it themselves, so they didn't play it at all. So I think with respect to that, it was actually a wasted ban for the Murkies.
Yeah, probably, but I don't know. I can't blame him not wanting to see that life drain. All I know it's kind of cheesy, but when you get it off correctly, it's really brutal.
Yeah.
And I think
And,
that
and they probably did not know. I mean, they probably were not watching the drafts of the other games before it.
true. Yeah, I think the Zeratul is a bit of a target ban at Virtual Murky Slayers. I'm pretty sure they have a pretty good Zeratul over there.
Yeah, it looks a little bit odd that Zeratul. I also guess it's a target ban. When it comes to the Harker, the Turtles had been using the Harker pretty well on Battlefield of Eternity in the last game. So I was a little bit skeptical about the Harker, but he really convinced me. And they were eating Tyrandas left and right in the previous two games, so that might be a risky pick here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see such priority on the Tyrande. I get that the stun is really nice, and some of the burst healing. So depending on the way the fights are going, the burst healing can be really strong. But I think she struggles a bit in the sustain department, especially compared to someone like Deckard Cain.
Yeah, so I mean with Tyrande you want to have pick a target and get a CC chain going, and with your Hunter's Mark blow the target up. So Malfoy is not suiting that right away, but I mean he's a solo laner anyway, so let's see what they pick around with Tyrande this time.
Yeah, in chat they're asking if you know how to do a Twitch poll to see who the viewers think is gonna win. Do you have any idea how to do that?
Oh yeah, just guys, just write hashtag Murkies or hashtag Turtles and I will do a count.
Oh, great. Hashtag Murkies. Yes. Hashtag turd.
I will be your chat bot.
All right, sounds great. Also, one is VMS and two is RWT, since that's the first thing I typed before you gave me a much better idea. We do have a White Mane and Genji picked up in addition to the Haka there on the side of Running with Turtles, and another Malthael. He's He's been in a number of games today. What do you think about that pick so early?
Uh, the Malfail.
Yeah,
I guess he's the solo laner against the Harker. I'm not much of solo laner player myself, but I think he can hold his ground against the Harker. Only thing I really know about Malphite is that you can gank him rather easily because he does not really have much of an escape. So against the Genji, that's might be a little bit risky.
yeah, and we just had Arthas Illidan picked up. Illidan I haven't seen in ages, and Arthas probably the best tank for shutting him down. So that was definitely a deliberate, 3-4 pickup. Be interesting to see how Running with Turtles responds to that. And they go with a Rainer, who's auto attack damage, which I'm a little surprised by.
Yeah, and also the Turtles we ran the Harker, they moved in the last game. It worked pretty well for them, so they stick to what they have ran tonight already. Um, Not changing it much up too much.
Yeah, Murden just a very solid all-around tank. And there's the Nazebo again. I've been proven wrong. It'll be interesting. Maybe they catch someone in the wall and the Illidan gets in there with them, and we may kind of assemble your own blender type situation. It'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, so the Murkies. Oh yeah, the Murkies. I like the mobility the Murkies have here with the Genji, with the Haku, the Moradin. They on this map where you have to do so many rotations. With these mobile heroes, I think they could really have the edge here over their opponents, especially like if they can get ganks going on the Malphite. I mean, basically anybody of these could make a quick rotation into the top lane and put Malphite into trouble.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Do you do you think this Illidan is gonna be able to get value, or do you think he's gonna struggle?
Hmm.
I'm worried. I see that Murden on the other side, and I think that's maybe going to be enough to just kind of shut down the aggressive dives from the Illidan. But if it's not happening, if he's missing his Storm Bolts or his Thunderclaps, the Illidan could kind of run wild on the white main.
He could, but it takes also a little bit of burst damage to take out white main.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced of Illidan, but I'm ready to be proven wrong here. I mean, it would not be your first time tonight.
Yeah, so anyway, rolling into the game here, we have Running with Turtles on the right side in the red. Defop, pardon me, is our Rainer. Alazar is the Dahaka. Tank Snipe is the white main. Silver Jackal's the Genji. And Legacy is the Murden.
Alright, I'm currently doing the counting and the chat, so maybe you go ahead and do
Sure.
your team too.
Virtual Murky Slayers is the blue team. Fake News Nate is the Illidan. Brewer 2 is the Nazebo again. Fake News Nate, who is the Li Ming last game, going to be showing off her Illidan skills. We have Sea Brisket on the Tarvanda, and Veggies is going to be our Arthas player.
Alright, and I browsed through the chat. So far what I can see, the people seem to be on the side of the Murkies. They want to see the Illidan succeed here tonight.
Yeah, we had
With
First Blood there,
3-1 point.
Running with Turtles. Genji got in there, took out the Nazebo. Nazebo going to be struggling in the early game here, but he does scale into the late game very well, especially at 20.
Yeah, so the late game might be in favor of the Murky, so we have to see what the Turtles can do to like accelerate the game here. Both teams currently working on their siege camps on spawn basically.
Yeah, I like that. That's good macro awareness. They're not missing out on any experience on any of the lanes either to accomplish that. Illidan especially good at taking that camp. Looking at the talents here, we've got the Unending Hatred on Illidan, and the Block Talent there, Rhyme on Arthas. The main ones that I see.
Yeah, the block talent definitely aims here at Rainer. Rainer's auto attack. I mean, this is what Arthas really helped. But wait a second, there's actually a stun combo here on the Muradin Legacy and Big Trouble. Will he fall? He does.
Yeah, good counter kill. Malthael was just barely evading the gank in the top lane by Genji just before that. A good pick up there in the bottom lane. Gonna get them level 4 first here.
And yeah, so the block talent of Arthurs definitely aims against the damage, sustained damage of Raynor to mitigate that a little bit. I mean, that's something that Arthur's players just hate. If there is like an auto taker dancing around in front of them, they can never reach them.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is that Rhyme gonna not get a lot of value against Genji. He'll strip away all those block charges with one set of auto attacks.
That's true. So Genji, he went into the top, he tried a little bit of a gank here on the Malphite, but it did not quite happen. Malphite played a little bit too cautious there, and I think he needs to be cautious throughout the entire game with all the mobile heroes we see on the side of the Murkies.
Yeah, pretty much anytime that Genji gear disappears off the map, he could be in trouble. The Genji pressuring the back line there with a swift strike. Now Stormbolt lands onto Veggies. He's trying to get out, but Whitemane is able to finish him off with the help of Raynor.
And that was a big investment by the Murkies. Apparently it worked out. They did get the kill, and they can secure the channel in the bottom, but it was a 5v4 here on the bottom, so they brought down with their Harker, they brought down the Genji, everything here to secure this kill.
Yeah, we do have a slight experience lead for the Murkies here, rolling towards 7, and not a whole lot though. It's kind of going back and forth. Looks like an aggressive gank coming here on the Dahaka though. Is his burrow up?
Illidan trying to deal the damage here. Malphite is coming in too, but there's Silver Jackal sitting in the bush. He's waiting for his time to shine, and Illidan needs to dash out of that one.
Yeah, Nazeebo eating
Ganks
a
and
boatload
counter
of
ganks
damage.
going on.
Oh, lives with 70 some health. Now the turn looked like it might come onto the Muradin there, but then Arthas realized it's a Muradin and Nazeebo had to go home, so he lets it go.
I need to give shoutouts to his name, a brew or two. I mean, how good is that?
It's pretty great. Probably misses playing Chen, but one day maybe our Panda Overlord will come back. First Dragon Knight of the game goes on over here to running with turtles.
Yeah, so this is an early objective for them, and as we have mentioned before, like the late game might be just in favor of the Murkies, so better be early on this.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to invest most of the Dragon Knight's health in taking down just a couple walls here. They take mid's front wall. They rotate 4 towards bottom and running with turtles. Stepping forward, getting their minions escorted with them so the dragon can start to siege away on the bottom wall with about 18 seconds and 33% left on its health.
I like what it's actually like this little play which is sometimes missed in the lower divisions is like just clear this minion wave with the dragon and then go after the turrets, towers, right? It just makes it so much easier, and it's just such a little thing which is often overlooked.
Yeah, that Nazeebo is pretty far up. Looks like Genji's not going to be able to do anything to him. Alazar in the back line there as the Dahaka interrupted his burrow, but they take out the Illidan.
And now they have a 4v3 here in the bottom. Are they actually looking for this fountain? But it is... Reina was a little bit in trouble here, trapped in a zombie wall.
Yeah, Malthael
Darko
takes...
can use the burrow.
Yep, Malthael takes his Pale Horse back to the top lane, makes it there first, but I don't think he's going to deny Dahaka very much experience.
Well, that's very unlikely. Alizar is already here with his Brush Stalker ability.
Legacy's over here harassing the Smurk camp, but I don't think he has the members with him to support this actually invading there.
No, this is just the Muradin's role playing, right? You just check out your enemies just like dancing in front of them, trying to be annoying.
Yep, especially given his trait, you know, he can happily trade off a little health, just be a thorn in their side, delay them, ruin their back rotations a bit, and then just kind of hop out, go heal himself up.
Oh, Genji. Genji in big trouble here, trapped by the zombie where he dashed already. He also used the jump, and he goes down to the spiders of Nocebo, nibbling away on his flash.
Yeah, level 10s are here for both sides, with that Genji fallen. Illidan trying to get in the back line here. Or never mind, that's his own back line.
There.
What? Why?
Sintra goes there in the bot lane, and they are not done yet. They are looking for a Whitemane kill. Whitemane using all her money to keep herself alive, but it is not enough. She will fall in the end to sustain damage of Nocebo and Illidan.
Yeah, that Sindragosa ran off before the team got too far under the tower, so they had to take a couple shots while they waited for the minion wave to catch up. Raynor dropping low here, though. Arthur's trying to chase him down. Death Coil leaves him at 50 health. They're not going to be able to get him, and now he's getting dragged. Misses the Stormbolt in back line, but I think that's a dead Arthas.
He has no mana left, but there's also not much damage left on the side of the turtles, so they cannot secure the kill here, even though Genji is trying with the X-Strike.
Yeah,
but Dragon Knight is up.
Yeah, and both shrines are blue. Swagnero's going to pick up their first Dragon Knight of the game.
Let's see how much they can achieve with that one.
Oh, Illidan wasn't quite able to finish off the Genji, but now he's back on him. Getting that Zeal healing from the White Mane. Turn onto the White Mane to try to kill her. Oh my gosh, she's sustaining through this so far. Gets the root from the Arthas. Dragon Knight sieging away on her. Still not enough to take her down. The punt finally finishes off the White Mane.
There she goes. But it needed a dragon to kill the White Mane. But now they are without a healer. Murden is trying to escape from the ever attacking Illidan, who is knowing no mercy here on his opponents.
Yeah, he done harassing. He's going to go soak a couple other lanes while the rest of the squad shoves in. Since it is Malthael in the Dragon Knight, they're going to take this keep front wall. I think they'll be content with that. Probably roll the
keep
Dragon.
ball with second dragon, but still pretty early in the game. That was a really good run with the second Dragon Knight here by the Murkies.
Yeah, 13's now reached by Virtual Murky Slayers with that advantage gained by the Dragon Knight. So Jackal swift strikes the forward aggressively, but gonna have to back on off after eating a million toads from the Zebo.
Lexi has to hop out there as well. Eats the last rights actually. Without much of a problem.
Yeah, looks like Virtual Murky Slayers rolling back on here towards the Siege Giants yet again. Legacy gonna scout this out. And I guess Genji's coming with him. Looks like with the Illidan there, they decide not to cause too much trouble. Down a talent tier. VMS also picks up their Night Camp in the top there.
Yeah. So, the Turtles will decide to do their own siege camp instead of trying to do any aggressive invades here. Probably the right call at the current state of the game. They are facing against 13, but they are looking here for the Illidan Stormbolt misses, however.
Yeah, running with Turtles is posturing very aggressively given that they're down a talent tier and almost 2 levels.
And no fort to retreat through. Not even towers of their key balls. So if their enemies like get an upper hand here and a little bit of a brawl, they might be in a big trouble. There's the hunt in the mid lane on White Mane.
Yeah, Genji there was down to like 10% health, but Malthael came up 2 seconds short of having his last rights off cooldown. By the time it was off cooldown, the deflect was back up.
And they have unlocked the secret boss here in the bot lane, the Siege Giants together with the Bruiser camp. There comes the Sindragosa on top of it, and this is actually a play for the keep in the bot lane.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Not even 11 minutes played.
So for Jackal, East of the Light strikes, he's going to be just fine. Used it a little early. Alizar now in deep though, and Dahaka trying to roll away. There's an X strike. Veggies is using his E to win there on Arthas. They take down the keep. Drag on Arthas. Arthas is going to fall. He's the first to fall in this fight.
But trading an Arthas for a keep is something you can surely take at this stage of the game. That's only a 30-second respawn time here. And actually it is the Haka now in trouble. There's the armor reduction by Tyrande.
That was an awesome stun. Oh my gosh, the hunt there comes into the back line, drops the Genji. Illidan is running wild now. He gets on Tank Snipe, trying to finish her White Mane off. She is out of mana. She just got a bunch back. Must be her...
Now it's Illidan time. Over the core, he's jumping all over it. And it's so hard to get a Illidan off your core once he's got going. And this secret boss is still sieging away. The Siege Giants putting down the core on 30%, 20%. This is probably game here, 10%. Illidan showing off.
Holy cow. That was awesome.
That was a quick game.
Yeah, we kind of chuckled at both the Sindragosa pick and just the Illidan being drafted overall, and we were wrong. They just rolled right through that team, right down the bottom lane, and right into core.
Yeah, so Genji tried to deflect the damage here, but Illidan was just like I don't care. I will wait until your deflect is over. Then I will kill you afterwards.
Yeah, that was super smooth. Looking at the damage, Nazebo putting out top damage numbers on Steam with that poison AoE. I know he chunked out Genji a number of times, where the Swift Strike tried to come in and he perfectly countered it with Toads. Other than that, numbers looking fairly normal. Anything you want to point out in the numbers before we roll the talents?
Um, no, not much really. I mean, it was a very short game, so these numbers might be betraying a little bit what the comps had been potentially be doing throughout this game.
Yeah, so there's the talents. You go ahead and tell some people what you think about the talents while I try to find the someone from Virtual Murky Slayers to get an interview with.
Oh yeah, sure. So I mean, we see the Clemency build here on White Main. Genji is going with the Swift Strike. Not much out of the ordinary I can spot here right from the start. I mean, it's maybe a little bit of a weird Arthas build, considering that he's actually the main tank. I am not sure I would have built it that way, but it worked out for them. They picked this Introgoster, they picked the Illidan very confidently, and they pulled it off in the end. And by the way, Twitch chat was right as always.
They're always right, yeah.
They they voted for the Murkies and they brought it home.
Yeah, I'm trying to message a couple members here of the Murky Slayers, see if we can't find someone, because it looks like their captain wasn't even with them. Pseudo Nathan is the captain, unless he changed his name. Oh, it might be Fake News Nate. I'll bet you that's
yeah.
who Pseudo Nathan is.
That's the Illidan.
Alright, we are in lobby 4.
Alright.
Yep, which is where we already are. But yeah.
Alright, cool.
No, I know. I'm talking out loud because if I don't talk out loud and then type, sometimes I say something and then type the same thing, and then the other person's confused and I didn't type what I meant to say.
Hello.
Hey, hold on. Let me just tell my team. Somebody else wanted to come too.
Yeah,
It's in the Discord. Just go down to lobby 4. If you want to come, you should. Okay. Anyway. What's up, guys?
Yeah, congratulations on your victory. How you feeling?
Thanks. Really good. That was super fun.
Yeah, we were especially excited at your Illidan. Is that something you've been working on for a while?
I like playing Illidan a lot. I don't think we brought him out in any. We didn't bring him out in NGS at all. And this is the first time in this tournament, so it was the first competitive Illidan game, I guess, or mine anyway. Yeah. But
Yeah, so
I mean, I've played a lot of Illidan for a bit.
So what make you choose the Illidan in this draft? Was there like a particular point of the draft where you said like, this is an Illidan game, or was it just like, let's go with it, guys. This is fun. Let's just do an Illidan for a while.
Well, their 4-man didn't have a lot of wave clear, so that was good. Like even if the team fight wasn't always the greatest for Illidan, we have a lot of camp pressure and wave clear. But honestly, I didn't really want to take the Illidan there, but somebody didn't walk in, so you know. I didn't want to take Illidan, but I wanted to take it last. It worked out though.
yeah, once it got on core, you know, we just knew it was GG. It's hard to peel an Illidan off a core, as 2D said, and
Yeah, definitely.
that was exciting too. The draft with the Arthas, I thought that was slick to kind of, you know, take away that maybe the best counter to Illidan being that Arthas, or one of the best at least. What was the Sindragoso call was kind of interesting. Tell us more about that.
Do you mean taking it or doing it at the end?
Just taking it.
Well, I don't know. Our Arthas player didn't really talk about it. But, I mean, I feel like he wasn't under a lot of pressure, for one thing. So, Army wasn't necessarily needed. And Essential Ghost is very good with Illidan. Because I want to chase for forever, and he gives me a full lane, so.
Yeah.
Well, also, just White Mane, it doesn't have any mobility, Syndra's pretty good against her.
That's true. So I'm not 100% sure, but it might be the first to run the game, which was won tonight. I
No,
don't know
we,
if...
we played Tyrande.
Oh, you played her the entire evening?
Yeah, we played her in the first round that we played, and then in this round as well.
So what is it you see in her?
Oh, I think Tyrande's probably, if not the best support right now, one of the top supports for sure. And it was picked a lot in BlizzCon lately. I think she's really hard, but Seaburst gets super good at her and plays her a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Tyrande's just really good. The problem is that if you're on the back foot, Tyrande's bad. So you need to. But we tend to play fairly aggressive comps, so hopefully the Tyrande avoids getting pressured, and then we can heal a lot and stun a lot. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is there any stuff you want to talk about from your last couple games?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we beat Arrogant Nephilim, so we got
Yeah.
revenge on them. That was most excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty.
What's the story there?
Oh, they
For
just beat
those
us in
who
the
don't know.
playoffs. So,
Ah, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was very important. No, I don't know. It was a great tournament. It's really nice for Can't Counterpick Stupid to organize it. I hope there's some more.
Yeah, definitely. Tootie Moss, you got anything else for him before we let him go?
No, just congratulations. I think
Thanks.
I asked my questions, and yeah, I also agree with him. Like it's a nice, sweet little tournament here. Looking forward for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to my team, and especially shout out to Swagnaris for not getting into the interview, even though she should have. And anyway.
Yeah. Nate, do you stream anywhere? Is there anywhere we can find you? And if you have any other shoutouts, do them now.
I don't currently stream anywhere. Maybe at some point. Well, we're gonna be playing the Heroes Lounge season in Div 3. So maybe if anybody's playing that with us, see you there. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming on, and best of luck moving
Alright.
forward, man.
Thanks. Thanks for casting, guys. It's great.
Yeah, cheers.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, Tootie, thank you so much for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure casting with you. We should do it again sometime. Do you have any shoutouts
yeah,
before
definitely.
before I let you go?
Let me think. So I feel like I'm doing this a lot lately, but again, shout out to Professor Bobo. He like brought me basically here today, so otherwise I would have never known about it. And it was a lot of fun. And also I want to, because I got reminded of them somehow today, I want to give a shout out like to my old team, to Team Winky Face, with which I had an awesome run in Division C this season. Still thinking about you guys, and yeah, that's
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to shout out again you for being awesome. Shout out to Falanget. That was awesome observing. Thank you so much. And shout out to Can't Counterpick Stupid. Great tournament. A lot of fun. We should do it again. And yeah, like Tootie, shout out to Professor Bobo. If you want to catch Tootie, it's twitch.tv/TootieMoz. You can follow him on Twitter there, TootieBeck. I don't have a Twitter, but you can definitely follow this channel. You'll get a lot of just Heroes of the Storm casts. I don't usually do personal stuff, but if you just like watching competitive Heroes of the Storm, I'd be more than happy to have you here hanging out. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and end the stream now, but enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.